Hello there, and welcome back to another video short from Becoming Mexican. There's one question that I always get asked many times by my various students, which is, why do you live in Mexico? I would say the reason is a certain lady by the name of Lupita Rodriguez Bulnes, who brought me back after her PhD in the UK. And people say, surely Britain is much better, or rather England is much better. It's so much more beautiful, green, full of castles, lovely villages and whatever. Well, yes, I guess that is true. But there's a certain thing about Mexico, and it's hard to quantify the reason why. It's this certain thing about Mexico which attracts. Probably why you get many Americans coming down and settling in San Miguel de Allende or Baja California and retiring. There's just something about Mexico that drags you here, keeps you here, for want of a better word. Mexico is a country that I would say is full of contradictions. Yet it's a place that's just full of so much beauty, both in its lands, its cities, small colonial towns like Guanajuato, Zacatecas, Querétaro, and various others. It's rather like a book where you come to an end. There's no real end when you are here. There's so much more in the next chapter, the other chapters. It's rather like with food. You think you've got to the end of the chapter with Mexican food, rather like the many towns. And then there's something else that takes you by surprise and you go, ooh, I didn't know about that. That's interesting. Oh, what beauty, etc. You can never really find, and in terms of food, I'm waffling on here, I don't think there's one defining dish that just says to you, Mexico. Americans seem to think there's just one dish, like tacos or enchiladas, maybe. But when you've been here for a while, there is far more under the surface, far more in terms of dishes that will say, this is Mexico. It all depends on the region. It's rather like people say, oh, fish and chips, that's British food. But no, there is so much more under the surface with British food, whatever country's food. Well, except for the United States. There's no real food culture there, after all, is there? Other than the hamburger, which actually Mexico does far better, especially up here in Monterrey. Mexican hamburger certainly beats an American one any day of the week. So, little ramble there relating to where I'm currently living. So, have fun, enjoy yourselves, enjoy life.